What's up, folks? Colton Dombroski with LandTrust here, back to talk about planning out-of-state hunts. This time going to be focused on whitetail and some of the nuances there. So before we get in, main priority, optimize for time in the field or time with your family and friends, right? That's the whole point of going on a trip, and so really making sure that, hey, we're going to have good opportunities out there while we're in the field, but also a good spot or good way to share stories at the end of the day. Those are kind of the big driving factors I'm always advocating for, and so this stuff, might help bring that to life if you check these boxes. So first, with the whitetail, you've got your regions, you got your different states, a lot of over-the-counter options, but also a few draw options still as well. The big Iowa whitetail, or your Kansas whitetail, all that stuff that requires planning and preparation. So identify that if that's your goal. Then you can start kind of working towards that, whether that's getting points this year or next year, or talking with your buddies, getting that sorted out so everybody's getting points, or maybe somebody already has points and you can get a little bonus. Maybe group applications depending on the state. So all that comes into play. Also, with that is looking at, hey, are we archery hunting? Are we firearms hunting? Is it slugs? Is it rifles? What do we got? So a lot of regulations to kind of dig through there and weed through. But there's a lot of tools out there now, whether that's base maps, go hunt for statistics on drawings, tools like Buck with LandTrust that you can plan your trip and ask these questions about, hey, when's the firearm season, or hey, can I use a rifle, or is it slug only, all that sort of stuff. Kind of in your initial planning process, get all that figured out. Then you can kind of start zeroing in, right? Along with that is, if you are going with a group, where's everybody coming from? What's going to be easiest as far as locations for everybody to get to? Maybe or maybe you're looking for something that's totally different and it's going to be a big trip for everybody. But definitely talking that over, getting those details figured out is kind of your base. That's where to launch off from. After that, you can start to zero in a little bit with, hey, let's look at harvest data that the state publishes, or let's talk to biologists with the states, or organizations like National Deer Association that have their own biologists that are doing research projects and habitat improvements. That can be a great tool that I think a lot of folks overlook. Talk to those folks, right? Reach out. Worst thing that happens is they get back to you or they don't get back to you, right? So maybe it's worth shooting a shot and seeing, because a lot of those biologists, right, this is what they love. So they're happy to share and happy to talk about it, and that can point you in a really good direction. After that is again, figuring out, hey, maybe we're looking on base maps and have found some good properties, or good public land, right? Maybe we found some good draws or some good funnels, or whatever it may be. On X base maps, you're finding these pinch points. Great, awesome. You can mark those till the cows come home. But I always say have as many contingencies as possible, because maybe you had your dream spot marked there, and then you drive 500 miles and there's a group there already, right? Not what you want. To just be stuck there, and now you're looking at your phone, now you're having to go knock on doors or something like that. So the other option too to always look at is LandTrust, right? You can hop on there, look at all the different listings. You got game cam photos from a lot of landowners' properties, and you got field notes updates from a lot of those folks as well. So maybe they're out in the tractor or they're out moving cows, and they snap a picture, you get that update right there on the site. So super useful to even just gather intel on a region, or a specific area that you might already have a hunch on, or maybe you talk to a biologist and he said this county is going to be a hot spot. You can look at that and see, oh, okay, yeah, they're starting to get some mature bucks moving at day in the daytime, or years past, you see reviews and folks had success during this time frame, right? That's all stuff and data points that you can collect to help set you up for success and help, you know, round your plan out to the best it can be. So those are you know, just some different things, nothing groundbreaking, but just some little tips and tricks that might make your next trip a little easier to turn into a reality. So best of luck this fall.